Okay, in this video, I'm going to be answering the question, what is FOMO? FOMO is fear of missing out, for those of you who have no idea what that is. I mean, I think most of you may have heard of this term, at least by now. If you're in the crypto space, you have most likely heard this term. If you're trading, you've most likely heard this term, but fear of missing out. Now, this can be a broad subject because, I mean, let's face it, fear of missing out is actually probably one of the main things that led a lot of people into the crypto space. But that's not necessarily a bad thing as long as they haven't made any investment decisions based on their emotional fear. As long as they decided to do research before actually investing in anything, then that fear really isn't anything to worry about. That fear kind of did you a favor in that case. But there is a certain term alongside this that is called FOMO. Well, it's not necessarily a term, but it's a phrase. It's called FOMOing into a pump. And that is one thing that you never want to do. FOMOing into a pump. Now, let's say there's an asset that decides to just skyrocket by 60% in one day, and you see it, and you're thinking, oh man, there could be some incredible gains here. You know what? Maybe I should buy into this. Don't do it. That is how a lot of people in crypto, or even in a regular stock market, that is how a lot of people get burned. They buy into a pump because they think it's going to go much higher, but then they end up buying the top or buying close to the top. Let's go down here for a second. I'm sure if you've been in Bitcoin for a while, you're aware of what this is. This is the Chinese pump, when President Xi decided to embrace blockchain technology. But a lot of people confused that as embracing cryptocurrency as well. But then later on, they had to come back and say that they were just dealing with blockchain, not crypto. And of course, that's what led to the bleeding parabolic downward trend afterwards. Now, there's probably a fuck ton of people that may have FOMO'd into this. I mean, this went up, what, 40%? Give or take? Yeah. Now, imagine you've seen this thing, it would have raised, what, by this point it was up by like 36%, and you've seen an increase, and you've seen it getting close to breaking $10,000, and you're like, you know what, since there's some great news behind this and everything, maybe it's a good idea to buy in, because maybe this is going to the moon today. Maybe it's going to the moon this week. And so you buy in right here, and then you have a long going, and then suddenly it peaks at 10,400, and then it's on its way down. But you're waiting on that. You're thinking maybe that's just a correction, that maybe it's going to go back up some more. But it just keeps on going down and down and down and down, and then before you know it, you're so far in the hole that you don't know what to do. How you could have avoided this is simple. You could have just followed the rule of not FOMOing into a pump. Always do your research in any asset that you deal with. Always have a strategy in place. Never, ever let your emotions control your actions in any market whatsoever. I thought the flu was going to stop me from making more videos this week, but apparently that isn't the case. But I wanted to touch on this subject with you guys because as the block halving comes closer, well, let's just say the FOMO is real. There's going to be a lot of people buying in just because they see that price jumping up, and you do not want to be one of those people, because you never know. You could end up buying the top of, I mean, I'm not just talking about Bitcoin, I'm talking about the altcoins too, because once Bitcoin goes past the block halving and it surges and it breaks its all-time high, you know them altcoins are most likely going to start pumping majorly themselves, and possibly kickstart an altcoin season. And yeah, strategy. Always have a strategy and never give in to any emotions, fear or greed. But this is mostly about fear. Yeah. And with that, I think that's all I have for you guys. I am on my lunch break from work, so I really don't have a lot of time. So I have to let you guys go. I will see you all next time.